how are you all?
Fine, ma'am.
How is life going on?
Fine, ma'am.
Fine?
Fine.
Yeah, in this hot summer, how is it?
It's very hot, ma'am.
Very?
Hot.
Very warm, it's very warm. I know it's only March and then it is so warm. I don't know how it will be in April. Yeah, this is April, right? So in April beginning itself it's like this. I don't know how it will be in the month of May and till June it's going to be very hot. Yeah. So what precautions are you taking during this summer?
You should avoid going between 11 to 4 outside.
Okay, okay.
If you have any work, you can do it after 4 o'clock.
Right.
Before 11.
Okay. So that is one.
If you take necessary steps, then we will go fall ill.
Okay, right. Yeah, if you take necessary steps.
If you
fine.
want to go outside, you must use umbrella or scarf.
Good. Any other?
Water more than
Right. Usually they say you have to drink 5 liters of water, but I think now during summer we have to drink more than that, right? So what do you think will happen if we don't take care of ourselves?
that your sodium level will decrease, and you will get dehydration, and you will feel fever.
Right.
You can't walk enough. Headache.
I know, headache, fever, it's a complete package you'll be getting. Isn't it? Yeah. Then, so you said something, you gave a sentence something like, if you don't take care of?
If we should take care of birds, then after it will be polluted,
Right.
like animal life,
Okay.
birds life.
Fine, that is one. Yeah. Still, what will happen if we don't take care of ourselves during summer? What are the major things that's going to happen?
If you don't take care of health, we will be facing many problems like that.
Right. Okay, here we have a sentence saying that if we don't take care of ourselves, we will be going to face. Right? So here when you use the word if you don't take care of ourselves or if we don't take care of ourselves, what would happen or what will happen? Okay, so for that I think there is in the language we have certain ways of expressing our ways of expressions will help us to improve our fluency, one thing. But here when you use the sentence if, okay, that comes under one category of it. Okay, let me just share some of my views over here and then we'll see how it goes. Okay, so this whatever I said, this if, okay, this if, it comes under conditionals. They come under the conditionals. So when I say conditionals, this if conditionals are always, they come up with kind of a conditional, in the sense we can say certain kind of a rule. Okay. So in these rules, which when we talk of these rules in if conditionals, this generally there are certain rules that you have to follow in this if conditionals. First one will be, this will be if clause, okay, and the second one would be the main clause. Can anyone say what a clause is?
Clause is almost equal to the
Very
sentence,
good,
but
very
it is
good.
not sentence.
Very good. So here clause is equal to a sentence, but it is not a, you have a subject, you have a predicate, you have subject, you have action, everything is there in this clause. So it gives you a complete meaning there. So the first part of it will be the if clause, the second part of it is the main clause. If clause you separate it using a comma, and main clause you put a full stop there, right? So when we talk of these conditionals, the first one will be the cause. The second one you will see the result of it, the result in that. Okay. So when you talk of these rules, there are certain rules which are strictly followed in this conditionals. Sometimes we can also break the rules, but according to the convenience and according to the communication that you have, because you are dealing with the spoken part of it, spoken language and all. In that we have, sometimes they break the rules, provided you are within the same framework. Sometimes When you say, okay, the tenses that we talk of, if you say present tense, the present tense should be one. Okay, the other side within that present tense or the future tense that you talk of, it should be in the other side of it. So those rules which are there, you have to stick to that. Now when I say these conditionals, there are actually 4 types. When I say conditionals, there are 4 types of conditionals. One, I call it zero conditional. Okay, the second one I call it open conditional. Third one I say unreal conditional, and the fourth one I use unfulfilled conditional. We call this four conditionals are there. So when I say these words itself indicate what conditional this is. When I say zero conditional, zero, nothing, no conditional. When there is no conditional, how can it be a conditional? That is the question. We say there is no conditional, but how can it be a conditional? If that is the case, then when we say such things, there are certain natural things or the universal facts, we can say, or certain facts which are there, they come under this category of zero conditionals. When I say zero conditional, natural things or facts, certain facts which do not change, they come under your zero conditionals. So when I say, okay, I told you this has got 2 parts, right? So in these 2 parts, when I say for the zero conditional, the first part of it we have if plus. Okay, now I say I take a matchstick. I take a matchstick and I strike the matchstick and I put it on your skin. What happens?
It gets
It
hurt.
it burns, right? It burns the skin. So whether it is my skin or your skin or anybody's skin, you put it on any animal skin, it burns. So such kind of thing comes under natural. Natural, that means it is a fact. We can't change that. So such things comes under your zero condition. So for this, if I say, if I put a burning matchstick, if I put a burning matchstick on your skin, what happens? It burns. Natural facts. So can you look at the tense that we put over here? Which tense do you think that is? It burns. Which tense? Simple present. So this side you have simple present. Okay. Now if I put, which tense is this? Here also you have simple present. So for zero conditionals, the first part and the second part, you need to have zero conditional. That means zero conditional, you need to have simple present tense. Okay. Now you take some water, put it in the freezer. What happens? It freezes. It freezes. So that can come into this. Okay. So if I say, if I put water in the freezer, if I put water in the freezer, it freezes to ice. Okay. Simple present balance. Now I'll bring that ice over here. If I heat ice, what happens? It melts. It melts to water. Okay. Now if I heat water more, what happens? No, before that. It boils. Good. It boils. Now you boil. If I boil water, what happens? It evaporates. This is how your zero conditional can be done, because you do the first one, second one automatically happens. There is no need for you to think over it. So the first one is, or you do the first one without a second thought, the second one automatically happens. So such kind of things, they come under the zero conditional, natural things. Okay, and certain things which are you press the button of a lift, what happens?
Come down.
It goes up or it comes down. So that is the button which is there. It is used only for the lift to go up and to come down. So that also it might not be natural, but it can be an action which is supposed to be done. So you do the first one, second one automatically happens. You press the button of a lift, it goes up or it comes down. Okay, so that way this comes under your zero conditional, right? Can you give me some examples for this?
If you cut your skin, bleeds.
It bleeds. If you cut your skin, it bleeds. Whether it's my skin, your skin, anybody's skin, we cut it, it bleeds. Yeah. Can you give some more examples? Natural ones. Natural ones.
In the summer, if you get bath thoroughly, it will hesitate you.
It heat?
It hesitate you. Hesitate.
Hesitate. Okay. Heat. No. When during summer season, when you pour water or you take bath, the cold water, what happens to that? What happens to the body? The heat is relieved. Okay, you relieve the heat. Fine. That way we can take this under the zero conditional. Okay, right. Next we'll get into the second category of it. Okay, so the first one, zero conditional, is you do the first one, second one automatically happens. Right, let's get into the second one. Second one is open conditional. When I say open conditional, the word itself says open. Open. Open means not closed. Not closed means anything may happen. Right? If I say, okay, anybody can come to this class, anyone can come to this institute. When I say that, who will come? Anyone can come, right? So it is open to all. Okay? So the first one will say it is zero, then second one we can say open conditional. Okay? So when I say open conditional, things are slightly different. So under this, if I say, if you're standing on the road and you want to you see a bus coming, you miss that bus, but the bus is coming from there, you're not at the bus stop, you have to get into that bus. What will you do?
You start running.
You'll start running. Okay, will you be able to board the bus? Then how will you stop the bus? The bus is coming from opposite direction, you're going against that. How will you stop the bus? You show your hand, right? When you show your hand, don't you go by bus?
Yes, ma'am. You go by bus.
Then?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? You show your hand. When you show your hand, what happens?
Bus will
Bus will stop.
Right. The driver stops. Are you sure the driver will stop the bus? Are you sure that he'll stop the bus?
No, ma'am.
So, that becomes your open conditional. So, when you say, if I show my hand, or if I wave my hand, I'll say, not show, if I wave my hand, the driver will stop the bus. Here you said will stop, that means you are 100% sure that the driver will stop the bus. Now, if I wave my hand, the driver may stop the bus. That means possibility is there. You wave your hand, the driver may stop it, may not stop it. Okay. The driver can stop the bus. Only the driver has the capability to stop the bus, no one else. The conductor also can't stop. You can't stop. Only the driver has the capability to stop. So, the driver can stop the bus. So, you can say, if I wave my hand, the driver shall stop the bus. So, here you are using your present form of your will, may, can and shall. So, when you do with these kind of things, it comes under your open conditional. With this open conditional, so I will say, if I wave my hand, when, now, Okay, if I wave my hand now, now means which tense?
Present.
Present. So if I say here, if plus, I can use it with the simple present. This comes under your first category. If I wave my hand, okay, then you can say the other part of it, subject, you have the subject, plus you can have will or shall or may or can plus V1. That means the V1 form of the verb you can have. So this is used for your open conditional. Any of these modal auxiliaries you can use with your open conditionals. Right. If you work hard,
You will pass the exam.
you will pass the exam. That is, you are sure of it. If you are not sure of it, if I work hard,
You may.
you may pass the exam. Okay. Then if I speak fluently, if I speak English fluently, I will get good opportunities, right? So that way, when you are using it with the conditionals, open conditional that you have, zero conditional is you do the first part, second part, sure to happen, automatically it happens. When it comes to open conditional, do the first part, the second part may happen, may not happen. So the results which are there, that you do this, automatically doesn't happen. It may happen, may not happen. So that falls under your open conditional, right? Okay. Any questions here? Can you give me some one or two examples? One or two examples. Same, using the same formula here.
If you wake up early, you can catch the bus.
Right. If you wake up early, you can reach there on time, or if you wake up early, you can board the bus. Right?
If you work hard, you will pass.
If you work hard, you will pass the exam. Any other?
If you show ID, then they will allow.
Right. So here you can also put it in the negative. If you don't show your ID card, if you don't show your ID card, they will not allow you inside. Right? If you don't do the homework, if you don't do homework, or if you don't practice well, you will not improve. So negative also you can use, right? So that is another one. So now any questions here? Shall I proceed then?
Only V1. No?
Yeah, it will be only V1. It used only with the V1. Right. Now we'll get into the third category of it. So, and under the third category, we have the, shall I clean this?
Yes, ma'am.
So, under the third category of it, you have the unreal conditional. When I say unreal conditional, this one is imaginary. This comes under imaginary. So, when I say imaginary, you imagine things, right? Say during exams time, you're sitting and reading, studying for the exam. You feel so tired, so bored, your neck is paining, your head is aching, your eyes are burning. With all this, you sit there and then slowly to relax your neck, you look up to the sky. When you look up to the sky, what happens? You see a bird flying, right? So, how do you feel when you see the bird? Right? So, you wish to be that bird, right? You'll say, what a life the bird has got. There's no tensions at all, no exams at all. Look at me, I'm just sitting here for hours together and studying. So, that kind of it, what are you doing? You're placing yourself in the place of the bird. That is called imaginary. Okay? Under this imaginary, if I say, if I were a bird, okay, I would fly. So, you are not getting visa to the States. These days it's become difficult. So, if I were a bird, I would fly to the States even without a visa. Right? You can also do that. So, here this way you will say, if I were a bird, I would fly. Are you really a bird?
No.
No. So, because you are not a bird, the special usage of this imaginary is with were. Okay. Right. Now, are you happy with our system that is going on in India, the political system? No, you are not happy. So, what will you do? If you are not happy with it, you imagine to be in the position of that leader. So, here you will say, if I were the PM, then what? I would change. He is also changing the system. I would change the system. Okay. Right. system in India, right? So what is happening here? Are you the CM? Are you the PM? No, you're not. But what are you doing? You're trying to imagine yourself. So that imagination, what is there, it comes under your unreal condition. So this imaginary, what is there, it can be in two forms. One, it can be according to the situation. It can be in the place of a person. Okay, you can imagine to be me. Okay, and I can imagine to be a student there. You can imagine to be the teacher. I can imagine to be a student there. So if you say, if I were the teacher, right, I would teach English better. Okay, so that way when you are saying this, you are actually imagining to be the teacher. So if I imagine to be a student, if I were the student, I would do all my homework regularly. Okay, so that way when I say this, I am imagining to be the student. This imagination, we are going with the person. When you are imagining to be a person, when you are imagining to be a thing, then you can use this were. You use it with were. But when it comes to the situation, with the situation you can use V2 form of the verb. Okay, so here you can say V2 form of the word is the situation. If I worked hard, if I worked hard, I would succeed. Right? So did you succeed? No, you didn't succeed. So what are you planning now? What are you thinking of? You are imagining to be that. So here you are using the V2 form of the verb. So there are two ways of putting it. So either you can put it with, when you are imagining to be a person, you can use were. When you are imagining a situation, you can use this V2 form of the verb. Okay, so right. If he asked me, I would help him. Here you can use would or could or might or should. Anything you can use. Okay, any form of this modal auxiliaries. If he asked me, I would help him. Okay, right. So working on these things, and still some more examples I think we can also discuss. Now when I say this here, this becomes your V2 form of the verb, right? So this unreal conditions are all imaginary conditions. They didn't really happen. There is no chance of it happening also. Okay, so once you finish that, because it's not going to happen, you only imagine with the situations, right? So I think I'll stop here for this moment. Right. Thank you.